I'd like to say how pleased I am that well over 500 members of the college will be attending AMED today. We also have many more members, as Laura mentioned, joining us via live stream and on social media platforms. I'm pleased to announce that the Honourable Lisa MacLeod, Minister of Children, Community and Social Services, has taken time from her busy schedule to provide video greetings and opening remarks for AMED 2019. The Minister was first elected to the Ontario Legislature in 2006 as MPP for Nepean Carleton. She was the youngest MPP in that Parliament and the youngest Conservative woman elected to Ontario federally or provincially. Re-elected 4 times in 2007, 2011, 2014, and 2018, the Minister has co-sponsored a number of bills in the Legislature, among them Rowan's Law, Canada's first concussion legislation, and Bill 74, which proclaims November 20th as Trans Day of Remembrance. Bill 74 requires members of the Legislative Assembly to observe a moment of silence in honour of trans people who have died as a result of anti-trans violence. Please welcome the Honourable Lisa MacLeod, Minister of Children, Community and Social Services.
Hi everyone. On behalf of Premier Doug Ford and all of us at the Ministry of Children, Community and Social Services, I'd like to wish you a successful and rewarding annual meeting and Education Day. This time next year, I'm sure you'll all be celebrating the 20th anniversary of the proclamation of your founding legislation in August of 2000. That will mark 20 years of service in protecting the public through the highest standards of qualification and regulation of your membership, a record you can all be proud of. I note as well that the theme of this year's event is ethics, insight, and innovation. These align perfectly with the work we do every day at the Ministry to modernize and continue social services for Ontario that meets the needs of the 21st century. Let me tell you what I mean. Our ethical touchstone at the Ministry is the recognition that, to the greatest extent possible, hard-earned taxpayer dollars must go directly to individuals, families, and especially children in need. The leading insight that guides our efforts is the reality of rapid and sometimes heart-wrenching change in our society. Things like automation, the rising cost of living, the often precarious nature of work, economic uncertainty, and stress on families mean more disadvantaged adults and kids than ever before face barriers to security and are at risk of falling through the cracks. And of course, to meet all these challenges and to best serve the people who need our support, we must continue to innovate when it comes to service delivery and effectiveness. That's why we at the Ministry of Children, Community and Social Services are committed to working with everyone in the social services sector to transform and strengthen program delivery while protecting frontline services for future generations. I know this is a commitment that each of you share. I wish you a productive and rewarding day.
I'd now like to take this opportunity to welcome colleagues from the professional associations. With us today we have DP Sewer, the incoming Chief Executive Officer of the Ontario Association of Social Workers. We're very pleased to have you here today with us. Thank you for joining us. Let me start by saying that the Council and non-Council members perform a critical function in meeting the statutory obligations and objectives of our college. I would like to publicly acknowledge these individuals and would ask that those who are present today stand as I introduce you. Our public members are Karen Fromm, Faiza Khalid Khan, Lisa Koustakis, Andy Kusiapai, Rick Lamb, Gerald Mack, and Deirdre Smith. Registered social service workers, Amanda Betancourt, Charlene Cruz, Angèle Desormeaux, Judy Gardner, Mukesh Kaulasar, and Sue Ellen Merritt. Registered social workers, Linda Danson, Sanjay Govindaraj, Francis Keogh, Tula Korjiankatakis, Donald Panton, Vinita Puri, and Lisa Seaburn. Thank you all for your hard work and dedication. I'd also like to thank the non-council members who served on statutory and non-statutory committees this past year. Social work members, Huda Al-Sarraj, Delia Sinclair-Frigo, Rita Silverthorne, and Isabella Thompson. Social service work member who participated is Greg Clark. Again, thank you all very much for your hard work and commitment. On behalf of the College Council, I would now like to briefly report on some of the college's activities and highlights of this past year. As the regulatory body for social workers and social service workers in Ontario, the college's mandate is to protect the public interest. In 2018, to fulfill our primary duty, we've made progress on a number of fronts. These include intensified efforts to promote stakeholder and public awareness, in particular through outreach to students and educators, and engagement with key stakeholders through our outreach, employer, and public awareness campaigns. I hope you've all seen them. We have supported members proactively so that they are in a better position to provide ethical and professional care in the work that you do day to day. And as we work closely with government around regulatory issues, we've focused on including the regulation of staff in the child and welfare sector. Our efforts with the previous government in relation to this issue have had some successes, and we are continuing to reach out and build a new relationship with the new government as we seek further changes. The college continues to maintain effective governance through the work of its council. Last year, College Council approved a number of policies that increase transparency, enhance public confidence, and reflect best practices in the regulatory sector. These included bylaw amendments with respect to council composition, eligibility and disclosure, as well as policy revisions dealing with council and committee roles and evaluation. As part of our commitment to achieve regulatory effectiveness, the college also engaged in ongoing and regular communication with other Canadian social work regulators around a range of matters including registration, mobility and electronic practice, continuing competence, and discipline. We've provided comments to other regulatory bodies, including the British Columbia College of Social Workers, the College of Optometrists of Ontario, the College of Occupational Therapists of Ontario, and the College of Registered Psychotherapists of Ontario. As part of a commitment to contribute to the regulatory community overall, the College Registrar and CEO was part of the Council of Licensure Enforcement and Regulation Conference Planning and Executive Leadership Program committees, and the Deputy Registrar was appointed to the National Planning Committee of the Canadian Network of Agencies for Regulation. The college's senior team members also presented on various issues and initiatives and participated in a number of key discussions throughout 2018. We are proud that this commitment by College Council and the senior leadership of the college has led to our college increasingly being seen as the leader within the regulatory field.